first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Olave motioning to the left. Here's Shuck. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Down the sideline he goes. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing, Shuck. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Let's go now. Go.
To throw is Shuck. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Palmer, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in. They need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
If y'all win, then I'm not.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Not base.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Looking to put a drive together.
Cougar 19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. Now inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even on it.
And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Working out of the gun here, Shuck. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. The pass caught by Olave. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
1st down.
Now Shuck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyler Shuck, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have retaken the lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
14, Seahawks 8.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
I can see it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Ready.
Seattle touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Seahawks strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in his career. Myers connects on the PAT. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Saints 14. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Well, now how about this return? Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. You've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Second and 10. Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll go play action with Shuck. They'll try and do this himself. And that's caught inside the 35.
You just gave that shit. He did not have nothing else to do.
Chris Olave, 67 yards. And the Saints have yet again retaken the lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection?
Bad.
No
Horrible
surprise
looking
that they're leading
pass.
right now.
It look horrible.
Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
It does not mean that it wasn't. It looked horrible on mine. There's too many points for the first quarter. I ain't really care.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I would have had my other defense. Yeah.
And this
I'm not really
definitely
worried
will
about
not
the
in the
first
landing
down.
zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now they'll change things up.
Say, hey, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
2nd and 6. Wow. He's taken down here by the Saints. Now to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
10-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On play action, they'll throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
None of that shit.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Cougar 19.
They'll set up to throw. They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolf. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
7 Pirates, 19 Lock.
They'll drop to throw. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
So far.
Now Myers for the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Seahawks 22, Saints 21.
My goal is not.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
I can't I'm probably going to have to get a stop even though I score every time.
And good coverage there on special teams as they get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the 2nd half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. To throw now, Shuck. Again, complete to Palmer. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Hill now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Off the play fake. Here's Sharp. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he's able to get down to the 2-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Don't get the goal
I
in
think
edge.
the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Viking 18.
Miller is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
These two teams in this first half have been back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Saints 28, Seahawks 22.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to...
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And that's caught inside the 35. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
They'll throw now on the final play. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive.
There he goes, right side. Now he's loose again. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Saints 31, Seahawks 29. Jason Myers.
And for the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
From the shotgun, it's Shuck. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And he is going to have the Saints first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Yards on the play. And the Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Kamara trying the right side. He was brought down there by Julian Love. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Shuck now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Shuck. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
You're not liking the look. They'll change the play.
19 Lions.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw out wide to Walker. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
19-18. Panther 60, Panther 60.
And he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Cougar 19.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And that will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
On the jump. Ready? 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Ready?
Give to Walker on the read option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Touchdown, Seattle. How about that? Their quarterback, 26 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
With the